I hear geese somewhere. They must have flew that way or that way. And got all the missionaries were having fun this week. The adults and their children were having fun. Oh, thought it was a bird on there. Yesterday when we came home from church, there was a dove on the side of the house by the garage. I was like, oh cool, a dove on the ground. Usually they're on a telephone wire. Oh, I didn't expect to catch someone walking down the street. Must be a kid. Yeah, must be bus stop. Well, most kids go down that way to the bus stop. He must have a different bus stop. Sometimes I catch a dog walking down the street, or some guy riding a 10-speed down the street, or an adult riding a motorcycle or a moped, or the lady across the street over there walking her dog. Sometimes the school bus will go down this road. It'll come from here and go down there, pick up the kids. Somehow it does a U-turn and it comes back this way. I don't know how it does that. Bus drivers must be good at making U-turns like Mack trucks do, 18-wheelers. It's like Cutthroat's crew's got these big, long 18-wheeler trucks with the picture of David Cutthroat on it, plus 2 or 3 tour buses, one specifically for the animals, the rest for the stage crew, and the lighting crew, when you get the idea, sound crew, computer crew. Well, same bad time, same bad channel. Cutthroat used to tour every year around the world, and he would stop at Chrysler Hall every year in Norfolk. That's where we always saw him from 1980s into the 2000s. First, Bob Scopo took me 2 times. Then the Stories took me the Story family took me the rest of the time. Michael Klein, Dave Duncan went. Matt Galloway went with his parents. Then the next time, it was his parents, after we saw the show, then their parents met us as we were getting out the door after the show. Then the next time it was just Tommy and me and my nephew Eugene. Amos Smith III, Eugene Smith. He really enjoyed it. And before that it was Tommy Story, Andy Story, and Banshee Bobby Roberts Story. Tommy's youngest nephew, Thomas Story. By the time he was born, Copperfield wasn't touring anymore at Chrysler Hall. But so I just made a 6 hours worth of DVD of Copperfield shows, and probably Doug Henning too, and Losing Secrets fun. The same stuff I made the missionary kids, the same stuff. I made them 6 hours and 5 minutes worth of magic shows and Losing Secrets, and even me and Tommy and Dave, Michael Klein, Matt Galloway, a young Andy Story doing magic tricks. I losing magic tricks. Plus a little bit of Michael Amar play Straight Bannon on the DVD, and a little bit of the card that goes through the other card, the other two cards or something like that. That's near the end of the 6 hours worth of 5 minutes. I found out that the other missionary adult that go to Uruguay. Can't think of his name right now, but he and his wife did rope tricks. I was doing string tricks that you could do with rope tricks, and they showed me one. Before they did, they said, "Can you do the one?" There's a one trick where, because I did the Jerry Lewis magically tying a shoelace knot and then make it come undone, and Ben Woven said, "I can't do that." And then he said, "There's one where we did." They said they were missionaries. Since they're missionaries, they learned a lot of rope tricks. I think they learned it from another magician, I can't remember. But anyway, he said there's one where you instantly tie a knot. I said, I don't know if it's this one. And I did my version that I read in a magic book. And he said, well, that's one way. Then he showed me another way, but it's kind of hard to do it with string. They're probably used with rope. So he let his wife do it, and his wife kind of got the knack of it too, but I think it's because they're used to the rope. I can do my version with a rope and string. But I was telling him I learned that shoestring trick, tied not on a Jerry Lewis magic book at my public school library. Miss Queeman, the librarian, noticed I'm the only one to check out Lewis magic books more than anybody, so she always supplied more of it. And that's when I found that Jerry Lewis magic book. I was like, Jerry Lewis? I'm used to him doing comedy and acting and all that stuff. Well, I didn't know he did magic. Then later on I saw a movie where he did that very same trick. He's a magician with his rabbit Harriet. Well, later on he said, hey, you're not a Harriet, you're a Harriet. Because at the end a whole bunch of bunnies come out of the hat. About a geisha Chinese boy. I went in detail about that. Enough that they understood it. And he said, well, he said he does another trick too, where he uses a ribbon and makes it disappear with a thumb tip. And I was reaching in my pocket. He said, don't tell me you got a thumb tip in your pocket. Yep. And I did the 5 to a $1 bill and then back to a 1. And he was impressed, and so was Ben Woven. And if his wife was looking at that time, she probably was too. And and I showed him how to do it. And he said, huh? I got a thumb tip. I didn't know you could do that too. I said, yeah, you can do a lot of things with a thumb tip. Not just Spanish, a handkerchief, or a ribbon or anything. You'd be surprised. I said I watched Comfort on a imploding building special, and I knew he was using a thumb tip, so I memorized Copperfield's moves, and now I do the same thing. And then the woman said, "Yeah, you showed me a lot of Copperfield tricks." Yeah, I know. I said, I got all Doug Hennings and all the Copperfields, and I upload them on YouTube and Facebook too, I think. Anyway, some of them on Facebook. I have to upload all of them. But anyway, YouTube, you get to share everywhere, share the knowledge. I said, there's this one guy who's a magician too. He said, Bill, I'm not mad or anything, but some of these shows are like in the 70s and 80s. How is that possible? It's like a Walt Disney Vault. I said, well, before we had YouTube and Facebook, etc., we had regular mail, and we share back and forth. J.A. Corn magical film tape I ran. We make trades, and other people hand me VCR tapes, and I dub some for them, and I guess everybody just decided to upload on YouTube. I said, it's probably because of me, because I like to share. And now we have YouTube. We share it all on YouTube. And that missionary was glad that I did that. And Ben Williams said, yeah, that's a good idea. I like to share. It's like Jesus shared the plan of salvation to the whole world. And that's all you gotta do is accept Him in your heart. He shed His clean blood on the cross to pay for all of mankind's sin. In other words, it meant men, women, junior kids, boys and girls, to adults. He paid for all of mankind's sins, men and women, of all ages. All you gotta do is say, Jesus, please forgive me all my sins, and come here and save me. And you gotta really mean it. It's that simple. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. John 3:16. The Holy King James Bible. Even Bob Scofield said, the Holy King James Bible is the accurate Bible. There's some others out there that are not accurate. They leave things out. They leave out the blood. The Holy King James Bible and the Holy King James Bible, if it's a Gideon Bible and it says Holy King James Bible on it. But these new versions, they leave out the blood. You gotta be careful. I gotta remember that, Bob Scofield. And Bob and Roy said, yeah, they leave out a lot of things if you're not reading the King James Bible. You gotta read the King James, because it's more accurate. Some will leave out things or add things that ain't there. See, God is the only God. Some Bibles say a God. He's not a God. There's only one God. And in the King James Bibles, in my house are many mansions. Some Bibles say many rooms or many houses. The King James has it right. In my house are many mansions.